Hello and welcome to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create Mailchimp subscriber from Wix form submission. So here my objective is, every time I receive a new response, a new lead through Wix form submission, then this particular lead should be added as a new member in Mailchimp, which is an email marketing tool. How can we do that? For this, we will have to integrate Wix forms with Mailchimp, and we can do the same using Pabbly Connect. Here our trigger will be Wix forms and our action application will be Mailchimp. Now to understand how you can do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process, let's start. So this here is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect software, and you can reach here by clicking on the link which is given in the video description. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in, and if you are a new user, sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation you will get 100 free tasks. Now, once you reach the dashboard, here you can see on the right hand side there's a tab, Create Workflow. Click on this. Now this dialog box has appeared, and here you will have to name your workflow. Now here you can give any random name. I'm going to name it as per my objective, which is we have to create Mailchimp subscriber from the response that we receive on Wix form submission. So here I'm going to click on Create. And as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger here is when this happens. Action says do this. Basically action here is the automated response of our trigger application. Let's understand this with the help of an example. So every time you swipe your card and the payment is made, then you get a response on SMS or WhatsApp about the amount debited. Now this happens with the help of automation. In such a case, your trigger will be the payment gateway and your action application will be any application with which you can send these messages. Now let's come to our use case. So here our trigger will be Wix form submission. Let's click on this. Then is the trigger event. Now trigger event is the event that is going to make this workflow run, and here it will be new form submission. Now you can see we have received this webhook URL. So this is going to act as a bridge for connecting Wix forms in Pabbly Connect. I am going to copy this, and once this is done, here we can see the help text is given. So please read this carefully. Now let me show you exactly what you have to do. First, I'm going to take you to my Wix account. Here I'm going to scroll down on the left hand side panel. We can see automation. Click on this. Now here I'm going to click on new automation. And here we are going to create a new automation. Let's say the name here is Mailchimp Integration. And now I'm going to click on Start from Scratch. Now here you can see, first of all, we have to name this automation. So I'm going to name it as Test Automation 123. Then what is the name of the trigger application? So it is Wix Forms. Now here we have to select a trigger. So we have two options, form submitted, choice selected on a form. So I'm going to select form submitted. Now select which forms trigger this automation. Here I have got two forms. So I'm going to go with a specific form, which is a contact form. So here we have to look for this. This here is the contact form. I'm going to apply. Okay, now next we have limit frequency to. So I do not want to limit the frequency, so I have mentioned this. Now if you wish to add a delay, I'm not going to add any delay here. Then we have the action application. Now we want this connection to be set up via webhook, so I'm going to select send via webhook. The request type is post, the payload type is application JSON, and here I'm going to paste the URL that we have just received, and we need all keys and values. Once this is done, let's click on activate, and we can see that our new automation is now active. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here we can see it is waiting for the webhook response, which means that now we are supposed to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Now we want to ensure that Pabbly Connect and Wix forms are properly integrated, and to do that I'm going to take you back to Wix form, and here you can see we have communications, and within communication we have forms and submissions. Let's click on this, and here is the contact form. Open the form, and here is the form right in front of us. So you can see this here is the form. Now I'm going to fill up this form to get the test lead. So let's say the first name here is Smart, the last name here is New 123, Then we have the email address, which is newsmart@pabblytudes.com. Then we have the phone number, which is okay. Then we have the address. So let's say it is random street. Type your message here. So I'm just going to write test message because this is just a test lead, and I'm going to click on submit. And as we do that, here we can see thanks for submitting, which means the form has been submitted. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, you can see we have received the response here. So this here is our form name. This is the form ID. Here we have got the response that we have just entered, test message. This here is the address. Then we have the phone number. Here we have the email address. This here is the last name and the first name. Now once we have received this information, what is my objective? This user who has just filled in this form has to be added as a subscriber in Mailchimp. So my action application here will be Mailchimp. Let's click on this. And the action event here will be to add new member with custom fields. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect wants to connect with Mailchimp account, and since we are setting up this connection for the first time, I'm going to select add new connection. And now here we have to provide a token in the data center to set up this connection. So to get the token, first we have to go to Mailchimp. Here we have the profile. We are going to go to profile here. Within profile, we have extras, and then we have the API keys here. Now I'm going to scroll down, and here we have the option to create a key. I'm going to click on this. And let's say the name of the key is test key 678. Let's click on generate key. This here is the key. Copy to clipboard, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here. Then we have the data center. So we have to enter the data center in this particular manner, and this appears as a subdomain in our Mailchimp account. So this is my Mailchimp account, and here in the address bar you can see it is written US6. I'm going to copy this, and here I'm going to paste the same. Let's click on save to set up this connection, and here we can see that the connection is all set. Now we have to fill in this information. First we have the audience list. So here you can see that the name of the audience list is Pabbly Connect. So this has already been captured by the system. Next we have to enter the email address of the person. I'm going to click on this. Now here you can see the previous response. Click on this, and as I take you down, this here is the email address of the person. And this method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping. And this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written the same email address manually, then even when this workflow was running for the nth time, it wouldn't have taken the new data. Instead, it would have taken the same email address that we have written just now. So to avoid that, we map the information. Now, do you want to provide any tag? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write Wix because we are receiving these leads from Wix forms. Then select the status of the subscriber. So I'm going to select subscribed. Then we have interest group. So if you want to add a member to a specific group, use the action get interest information and provide comma separated interest ID just like this. Now I'm just going to leave this blank because this is not a required field, and now I'm going to map this information. So first of all, the first name. So here you can see we have received. So this here is the first name. Then we have to enter the last name, and this here is the last name. Mobile number. So this here is the mobile number. I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as we do that, here you can see we have received the response, according to which now a subscriber must be created in Mailchimp. So now I'm going to take you to Mailchimp to see if this contact has been created here. You can see newsmart@pabblytudes.com. This particular person is a part of Mailchimp now. Here is the name, first name, last name, email address. So this means that our integration is a complete success. But now I'm going to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to Wix forms, and here I'm going to open the form once again, and now I'm going to fill up this form. Let's say the first name here is strange, the last name is person, then we have the email address which is strangeperson@pabblytudes.com. Then here we have the phone number. Now the address. So I'm just going to write random city, and then the message. So I'm going to write demo message. Let's click on submit. Okay, the form has been submitted. Now this particular person who has just filled in this form should be created as a new subscriber in Mailchimp. We are going to go and check that now. So I'm going to take you back to all contacts. And as I take you down, you can see strange person at pabblytudes.com. So here we can see that this person is a subscriber in Mailchimp now. This is the first name, last name, then we have the email address. Here we have got the rest of the details. So this is clear that our integration is a complete success. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's understand what we have done. So this is an extremely easy two-step integration process where the trigger is Wix forms, the event is new form submission. The action application is Mailchimp where the event is to add new member with custom fields. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start the process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.